Howdy folks, today we're playing Esper Blink in March of the Machine Standard, and we got a couple cool Blink cards. The first one being a creature, a 3-mana creature that blinks another creature when it enters the battlefield. So it's a 3-mana 3/3 flyer, which is not bad on rate, and it also exiles a creature, and then it becomes, back under your control at the beginning of the next end step. And our deck is chock full of ways to take advantage of that. So on turn 2, if you have a companion or if you have a virus beetle, and then you play Guardian of Gearper, well, you get the enters battlefield trigger of the companion again, which is pretty cool. Same with the Aether Channeler. You won't be able to do it on turn 3, but it has a very good enter the battlefield effect. So you blink that, get value there. Lorn of the Third Path, enters the battlefield, destroys an artifact or enchantment. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger doesn't have an enter the battlefield effect, but if you blink it, it becomes a 7/5 if you played it for its prototype cost originally, which is pretty cool. We have Urtai, which is one of the best enters the battlefield triggers in Standard. When it enters the battlefield, you can either counter a spell or destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Your opponent gets the value back, but it's pretty good tempo. And then we have Elish Norn that really buffs up all of this blink that we have going on with the Guardian of Gearper by doubling the triggers. So now if you have Elish Norn to play and you Guardian of Gearper, you get 2 Guardian of Gearper triggers. But then also you get double of each trigger. So if you have 2 virus beetles down, you can, or 2 spirited companions down, you can blink the spirited companion, blink the other spirited companion. Then when they come back into the battlefield, they each trigger twice. So you get 4 draws. Pretty cool. The combination of Guardian of Gearper and the Elish Norn. You also have Sheltered for the new card. It's a pretty good enter the battlefield ability that opponent just sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. And we also have Hoarding Broodlord, which is a new one. It's a convoke 8 mana flyer, 7/6. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a card, exile it face down, shuffle your library. You can play that card from exile, and the card from exile has convoke, which is pretty cool. I really like that, and being able to blink that I think has some good value. The Eternal Wanderer is a way to blink continually as well. Just exile target artifacts or creatures over and over and over again. Really the only way we have continual blink. And then we also have Planner Inclusion, which, if your opponent points to remove a spell one of your creatures, you can not only save it by blinking it, but you can also get the enter the battlefield trigger again, or you can just use it to enter get another enters the battlefield trigger. We have not that much removal, but we do have Touch the Spirit Realm, which has 2 roles in this deck. It can blink a artifact or creature, or it can exile a target artifact or creature that you want to get off of your opponent's side. Put it under the Touch the Spirit Realm. Pretty interesting deck. I'm excited to see how all the blink cards work together. I think the combination of the new Guardian of Gearper with the Elish Norn, I think Elish Norn from the old set that's going to work very well together, and hopefully we get to see that a few times, just getting lots and lots of triggers and sort of bully our opponent out of the game, sort of in the value perspective. But yeah, looking forward to it. Let's get on the ladder. Alrighty, we have a nice curve. Virus Beetle and a Guardian of Gearper. I think we'll keep. Our Fiend's Tower. Then we get to Darkslick Shores. We get to have all our mana untapped, which is pretty nice. What is also doing some Fiend's Tower stuff? Do what they want to discard. Deserted Beach, okay. Solidly Esper. We'll go ahead and blink. That is my bad. I should have attacked first. I missed a point of damage. That's on me. Alright, attack with both. Alright. We'll try to blink the Guardian of Gearper. Blink the Virus Beetle. Get it back out our next end step. Make him discard something. Void Rend. They're just done with it. They just want it out of here. Alright, gonna have to discard something though. Discarded a Sunfall. So we can play this Sheldred. But I kind of think they're just going to board wipe it or something, but I guess we make them do it. Yeah, we'll make them do it. Play the Sheldred. Cycle out this for Fiend's Tower eventually. I know the ETB is not good, but I think they still have to kill our Sheldred here. Yep. They want to do it now because they know we have these blink effects. Alright, let's attack. I think, yeah, we are just going to blink it now. They can get rid of whatever that last card is. So now they're drawing off the top of the deck. It was a Wandering Emperor. Now we get to cycle this Raffine's Tower, and everyone's empty-handed, so let's see if they draw anything good. They decide to play the Raffine's Tower instead of cycling it. Must have some 6-mana spells they really want to get to. It's a Flesh Gorger. And a Virus Beetle. Sorry, and a Brood Lord. I think I'm going to play the Flesh Gorger here, so that way I can convoke the Brood Lord if I want. I think I do want to play this and just convoke here. Let's see what we want to get. Probably the Eternal Wanderer. Just a nice value. Planeswalker. Attack with a Flesh Gorger. Pass the turn. And things are looking up for so far. Alright, let's attack with everybody. Probably a Wandering Emperor. Yep, that's fine. Salazar Brood Lord. I'm for us to play an Eternal Wanderer.
I'll make the most of the little time I have.
Play the Eternal Wanderer. Get the double strike going.
I brought that.
Oh, they did draw the Depopulate. Okay, it's pretty good.
Remember your training.
All right, Elish Norn coming in. Eternal Wanderer time. They can't board wipe again. We get to draw a couple cards with Aether Channeler. Or they can just concede because they got a lot of damage coming at them. And wow, we tore their hand apart. That was pretty good. That's a good start for Esper Blink, folks. GG's. Okay, we're going first. Problem is, we're not going to be able to cast anything until turn 3, but on the play, I think that's livable. We draw an untapped land, we're in business. Same mulligan, could be mono red, could be Esper as well. Some sort of Orzhov deck. It's Grelv's Hive. Okay, it's a pretty good one. We'll go Beetle. Try to get things out of their hand. Get rid of a swamp, okay. So we can go Beetle and Planar Inclusion next turn. Not a bad idea. Each player can cast more than one non-Phyrexian spell each turn. Interesting. Opponent is definitely doing some interesting things over there. I don't think I really just want to kill that. I don't think that really matters to us too much. I think we're just going to continue to try to tear their hand apart. It's fine. Against just tapped. We can Planar Inclusion something on their turn. Grafted Butcher. So this is just a Phyrexian deck. Okay. So we'll try to get them to a point where they have one card in hand, or try to make them make some sort of decision about discarding something. Flesh Gorger, okay. The Phyrexian. Attacking. Alright, we'll block here and then bounce. Make him discard something. Liliana the Veil, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce this 1/1. Get rid of their last card in hand. Play this Raffine's Tower. Pass the turn. See what they had here. Gix. Okay, that's a good one to get rid of. And now we can have this Elish Norn. Hopefully start doubling up on some triggers. They have a removal spell. It's fine, we kind of got the value there. Now they can just attack the 1/1s, but we can block. This does enter tapped, which is a little bit unfortunate. But, oh, it is a Phyrexian, it doesn't enter tapped. Oh, that's so funny. And they used their Go for the Throat already. Okay, that's actually hilarious that it doesn't enter tapped. Can sacrifice a 1/1. Now they got this buffing up their creatures. Doesn't get a trigger, enter the battlefield trigger though, because of the Elish Norn. And they're still just jamming with everybody. Okay, we'll block like this. And this way we'll take 8. We could also just block the 4/4 straight up. Like this. Take the hit from the Flesh Gorger. And take some hit from the 2/2s. We want to block a 2/2. Block like this, I think. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Take some damage. Okay, not the best things for ETBs, but that's okay. This will pass a turn. I think the plan is to double block the Gorger and the Beetle here. The Gorger with the Beetle and the Hellish Norn, rather. Either want to get it busy with this Foundry or not. Get to double up on the triggers here. Just gonna jam with everybody. Okay. This is a Phyrexian, so it will be fine to block. Destroy this Foundry. Destroy the Butcher. Double block here, trade here. Okay, got rid of the Flesh Gorger. Didn't draw anything relevant though. Suppose we'll pass. Any like Spirit Companion or something just really starts to let us go off. We're pretty close. Having the Hellish Norn is a good way to start. Alright, Shelter, that's pretty good. That's what our opponent wants to see. And we're flooding out here, dang. So, yeah, we're dead now. They tag with everybody. Or they can just give stuff menace, but we have the blocker for that. Alright, we'll pass the turn. Problem is, this sheltered attack is free. If we had a 5 attack, 5 power blocker, I think we'd be fine. But if they attack with a sheltered, we're in trouble. Yep, GG's. Alright, we're going first. And again, got some tap land issues, but that's okay. Get off on the Shattered Sanctum so that way any untapped land can cast this companion. A hand with power, but we're gonna need to find some lands. That is a land. Whether Fiend's Tower. Next turn we'll have 4 available. Could just blink the companion with this Gear Per. Not a bad idea. Not sure what my opponent's doing. Just Boros control things. Let's attack. Oh, do I want a Flesh Gorger here? I want to draw. I actually will Flesh Gorger here. Gives us more options, I think. Makes our opponent pay some life if they want to attack, kill it. Okay, so it is a Mardu control deck. Interesting. Shelter doesn't look to be too good right now. Just play another Flesh Gorger. They try to resolve a big Planeswalker. We can just go with the Sheldred. Nothing, huh? Let's attack. Play the Beetle. Make him discard something. It's carded in Atraxa, okay. So it is an Atraxa deck. They just didn't have any way to get it into the graveyard. So I'm a little surprised they kept. I think we're gonna blink the Flesh Gorger actually. I don't think discarding can have any effect on them, but if we can attack them, like they just reanimate the Atraxa, we can shelter it, attack them for a bunch. I think we can still have a plan to win here. I need them to not hit another Wrath, though, or not have another one in hand. Invoke Justice, Cruelty, that's all fine. Alright. Get rid of your Atraxa. We discarded a Path to Peril. Probably means they have another Wrath in hand, unfortunately. They just invoke, though, we're gonna be fine. But if they have another Wrath, we're in trouble. Okay, they do have the Wrath, yep. I have a Touch of Spirit Realm. We would really like to have played the Eternal Wanderer that turn. Well, we got the opponent down to 6. Didn't quite get there, though. Yep, the tracks are coming back. That's fine. Nice part with the Urtai is that they're gonna have so many cards that the card we give them doesn't matter. Do they want to play a Liliana? They might. No, don't seem too interested in that. Alright, they're going to be able to Sheldred's Edict or Urtai. But that's okay. Cost of doing business. If they don't do it right now, we can touch the Spirit Realm and blink it. Gotta imagine it's coming at some point, though. Alright, coming in. Alright, I think we have to keep this Touch the Spirit Realm to get another Atraxa off the field. I can't believe that we made them discard the Atraxa. It's so funny. But at any point we were able to resolve this Eternal Wanderer. Like if we had drawn a land earlier, we'd be in business, but unfortunately can't do that. Kaya, Liliana the Veil. Okay. We're going to get rid of this Brood Lord.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win. I'm tired of your secrets.
My turn. Yeah, they just like Kaya us and stuff. I think it's time to concede. We almost got there. GG's. Alright, opponent's going first. Turn 2 Beetle. I'll keep this. Botanical Plaza. Okay. Some sort of green-white deck. I think I'll start by getting cards out of their hands. This card is a forest, okay. Get this Gearper. Okay, not quite sure what kind of deck my opponent's running. I don't think it's... Might just be a starter deck. I guess this is gold. It's the beginning of the month, so... I suppose that's what happens. But you beat the opponent in front of you. Oh, okay. Opponent's got a Galton Maverick in their deck. Is a huge creature. Hopefully making them discard cards means they can't get to that. Spirit Companion here. Now we have the lands we need to get to for this Eternal Wanderer, which should be good. Opponent did discard a land and then missed land drops. Forest, okay. Sanctum. Yeah, I think it's Sheldred time. I think we're fine with the Sheldred. Make him sacrifice this Dawnhard Warden. Attack for 3. Okay, I guess they did discard the Force. They could get it back with a Boseiju. Yeah, that's fair. Can't hate on that. Restoration. Our opponent's gonna have all the lands they've ever wanted. That much is clear. Lander disrupted our Sheldred. Okay. Gonna Wanderer time.
I'll clean up this mess.
I think it's just a Link companion. No, we're just making 2/2s, honestly. Trying to kill our opponent.
We can win this together.
Can blink this Sheldred if they ever play a creature worth killing, or maybe after this saga flips. To get rid of this, some of these Visages. Or the Aganjo. Oh, their own Eternal Wanderer. Yikes, okay.
I've made it just in time.
I was not expecting that, honestly. And dang. They decided to make a double striker. No, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on over there. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, they agree that it didn't make a lot of sense. GG's? Okay, going first. I think we can keep this. We can cast a Beetle on turn 2. We can get to this Aether Channeler on turn 3 if we draw 1 land. I think we can do that. Have a sleeper, sure. Alright, let's see if we can hit a land. See if we can hit a land. Takes his command, hits the bin, okay. Bankbuster, sure. We did hit a land, nice. We can bounce the Bankbuster. We can gear up her. We can just draw a card with the Channeler. I like to draw a card. Just continue to try to hit lands. There we go. If opponent wants to attack, I think we're fine with that. No reason for us to block here. Could play. I want to cut that shirt. It's fine by me. And draw. No attack. Alright, gear per time. Link to Virus Beetle. Opponent probably would not have blocked there, but didn't really want to give him the option. I wanted to make sure we got the value, but probably not going to block there. So you probably have a free attack. Alright, discards an underdog. That's fine with us. 2/2, sure. And draw, it's interesting. Swamp. Attacks, nope. Pulls it out. Dark Six Shores, okay. Spirited Companion time. Probably means they have another cut down, or I guess they have this Vol Sleeper holding up the priority still. Shattered Sanctum, alright, that'll get us an Eternal Wanderer next turn. I think we're fine with that. Also just Sheldred next turn. Broodlord couldn't beat Gun coming down next turn. I think coming with the Obliterator. Need that Sleeper alive still if we want to be able to kill the Obliterator with the Wanderer. Or I should have blocked and then Sheldreded. Or I guess they could have just crewed the Bankbuster. Yeah, that's fair. They could have crewed the Bankbuster. And I bait yet another creature out. Probably not. I'd be able to bait a removal spell with a Sheldred though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Sheldred. Make him sacrifice the Evolved Sleeper. And maybe get to a point where I can start blinking the Sheldred with the Eternal Wanderer. mean, if they want to crew the Bankbuster and sack that, I mean, we're fine. We're fine with that for sure. Yep, sleeper down. Back with a 3/3. That's fine. Not block with it this turn, certainly. All right, pass the turn. Now we have this Eternal Wanderer next turn that could also have our Sheltered stay alive. They have a Sheltered, okay. And to get a nice attack with the Obliterator. They don't want to attack with the Obliterator, okay. Only has 4 cards in the yard. We could just blink or Sheltered here. I think is probably our best play. And they decided to scoop it up, yeah. Looking at our Sheltered, that was going to be a weak play against an Invoke Despair, but they were going to be able to sacrifice a Bankbuster that turn, but outside of that, they were going to be in tough shape if we got to keep doing it. So, alrighty, GG's. Alrighty, going first. Let's keep this. Spirit Companion on 2. Hopefully hit a land. Develop from there. Spirit Companion, yeah. Hit this land. Drop. Nope. Okay. Hopefully, though. Hopefully. What they do? Mistress Foundry could be a Bankbuster deck. Could be. Still want to just try to hit some lands, so. Getting to just draw a card with a Channeler. They have a go for the whole go for the throat. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just draw a card. Another go for the throw, and they missed lands. Well, bad news for us is we're also missing lands. So I guess we'll just cast this Beetle while we can. Get something on the battlefield. Underdog, okay. Cut down. Alrighty. Odawara. Guess we'll get this Lauren down just as a creature. Flesh Gorger after we played our Lauren, yep. So we can plan our Incision. I think we're gonna do that, yeah. Tried to hit a land, could not. Alright. I'm back as a 3/2. Kill this Flesh Gorger. Yep, we'll pay. And if we can ever hit the lands, I think this Eternal Wanderer will do a great deal towards getting our opponent out of this game. It's no lands versus no lands over here. Another Flesh Gorger, okay. Swamp, that's fine. We're just gonna Shelter it. Let them sack their Flesh Gorger. And the tempo plan's working out nicely, even though we're both starting to hit lands basically around the same time. We draw an untapped white source. We can blink to Shelter with this Eternal Wanderer. Not, I think we're gonna have to use this Girapur. Pass the turn, get this back, make him sack the Sheltered, unsheltered, and crime there. Yep, end of turn, that's fine. And they concede. Wow. GG's, I'll take it. Let's hit the wrap up. Alrighty, and we're back here with the wrap up for Esper, Blink, and this deck I think is too slow right now. I don't think you can really be playing Esper, Blink and expect to really compete in the meta. We had a sub, 500 win rate means we lost more than we won, and throughout. But a lot of the games we got run over, so I don't know. Those games aren't too fun to include. But just letting you behind the curve, and we lost more than we won with this deck. So I don't think I really recommend how the current iteration of the deck is. But the cool thing is you have a lot of tools that are going to be around in Standard going forward, like with the Girapur and with the Eternal Wanderer and the Elishnorn. the Sheltered, and the Brood Lord. Those are, I feel like, the foundations of what could be a really good Blink deck if we find the rest of the pieces to sort of round this deck out. Maybe there are some other pieces that work better in Standard, but I feel like in general you're too slow to beat a lot of the aggro decks, and then you can't really get under even the mid-range decks, and then your over-the-top stuff that you do can get outclassed by a lot of the over-the-top stuff that your opponents do. So there's no counter spells really in this deck outside of the Urtai. The 4-mana counter spell, it's not that great. So there's just not really a lot of space in the metagame for this style of deck, unfortunately. You have to be good at either killing aggro, beating up on mid-range, beating up on control. I don't really think this deck does great at any of them, unfortunately, but that's part of the reason we play the games, to try to figure it out. So hopefully you enjoy it, and maybe this will save you from crafting some of these cards, like the Gear Per. You feel, oh, maybe this deck would be pretty cool. Well, I think maybe you see this video and now you think twice about crafting those cards or something. So hopefully you still got some value out of the video, even though I think the deck didn't perform that well. I don't really see a way for the deck to get to a spot where it could be pretty good. So that's all, though. And as always, until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.